Hi, Gary here. Bank on your children's retirement. You know, there's this transition going on, a huge transition in interest rates. And I think most of us are aware of this, that we're at historical lows we haven't seen in generations. And what's happening is interest rates look like they're starting to move up. So you might be saying, well, what's the advantage of these very low rates? Well, think about this. If you could make loans to family members, could be children or nieces or nephews, you can do it at a rate that's very low right now. Now, the U.S. government has what they call applicable federal rates, AFR. And the November rate for a long-term loan, this is a loan out to 30 years, is 3.37%. So I want you to follow through this strategy. It involves making a loan from you to children, nieces, or nephews, and then having them turn around with the savings that they would have had from a traditional mortgage to put it into a 401k where it's tax deductible and it's tax deferred, and then they can take it out for retirement down the line past 30 years. So let's start with a typical situation. Here's next generation buying or have bought a $300,000 home. Now, typically 80% down gives them a conventional mortgage. And right now they can get a rate at about 4.25% for 30 years on $240,000. And that comes out to $14,168 on an annual basis. Okay, now you come along and say, hey, look, I'm going to loan you the $240,000 to pay off this loan or to buy this house. And I'm going to do it interest only, not amortized, but interest only at the current rate, which is 3.37%. This is this arm's length rate that the government puts out, so there's no gifting, no estate tax issues here, no gift tax issues. I'm not going to get into that, but just make it really clean between you and them. Now at that rate, it comes out to a total cost of them $8,088. Now if you subtract the two, you end up with $6,080 of savings. But it doesn't stop there, because if they then take that savings and go into a 401k, which is pre-tax, and we use a 30% tax savings, they can put away $8,685 a year, or it's about $724 per month. Now, they take the $724 a month, the savings, because their net pay is the same now, no different than when they started before with this conventional mortgage, and they put the $724 away for 30 years at 7% rate of return. And at the end of 30 years, that grows to approximately $883,056. It's huge. Now, at this point, the conventional mortgage would be paid off. The $240 would have gone away to zero. So let's just say, for argument's sake, you decide at that point, let's just pay the mortgage off and just take all the money out necessary to do that. Well, at a 40% tax bracket, using a higher bracket now, we take $400,000, 60% of that is $240, and we pay off the loan. Now we're in the same place in both scenarios as far as the house is concerned, free of a mortgage. However, your child, niece, nephew has almost $500,000 more in a retirement account. That's pretty huge. But let's talk about what are the benefits here. Well, number one, you need, if you're retired, probably income. So you can make a loan in the form of buying government or corporate bonds through mutual funds or ETFs or whatever, or you could loan it to your children or nieces and nephews. So there's really a bond. It's a friendly loan. They're paying you this interest. You're living off the interest, right? It's within the family. It's not going out to another institution. They're able to reduce their expenses. Now, in this scenario, we're using some leverage to make sure the reduction of expenses doesn't go frivolously to somewhere else, but actually goes to produce something for the future for them. A benefit for them. They got a friendly bank. You know, if they do get in trouble, lose a job, both of them lose a job if they're both working, you could take late payments, i.e. not foreclose on them. Allow them to make it through to the next stage in their life if necessary to get them through these tough times, and a house won't be taken from them. So it's really great. They still get the interest rate right off of that interest deduction. That's still there by basically doing what they need to do. And they've built up this great extra retirement, which none of them in this generation are expecting Social Security or any benefits coming from corporations like they were in the past. So they know they have to save for themselves. It's a really important thing. So I thought this transition of interest rates is something that if you can take advantage of it and help out that next generation would be really neat. It really has a bunch of great benefits to it, something for you to consider. Now, you probably should go to your trusted advisor to talk about the estate issues, the income tax issues, the cash flow issues, and other related items relative to this. It's not just a simple, easy little strategy. There's multiple things that are taking place here. And certainly you can call us if you'd like, and we'd love to go through that with you. So until next time, enjoy.